There are things in this world that go well together. You have wine and cheese, beer, pizza, and in this case, Barra Turbo. Welcome to Madhouse, everyone. We are test driving a 2007 Ford Territory, but it's the Ghia Turbo full drive. So this isn't just any Ford Territory, this one's a little bit special. This Territory, it's currently pumping out 350 kilowatts, which is unreal actually, but it's just a testament on how amazing these Barras are. Just the tuning potential and what you can do with them, the sky's the limit. I'll give you a snapshot of the car. I think it's really important to note these things when we take cars for a test drive. So this one's done 242,000. You see a lot of Territories easily heading past 300, 350, which is credit to the Territories. They're a pretty solid car. One thing that I need to consider are the tyres. Once again, the tyres make a huge difference when I do these reviews. The tyres on this car at the moment, listen, they're not worth mentioning. There's other brands out there that would probably be more suited to this setup on the car, being that it's full drive, it's a bigger car, and it's pushing out a lot of power. First impressions are the Territory, it's quiet, it's comfortable, you're sitting nice and high. It's not particularly a huge car. You see a lot of these massive BMWs, Audis, Mercedes, they're just huge. In my opinion, they all look ridiculous. But the Territory is nice. It doesn't feel like a huge car, and kind of the ride height, how it feels, the seats, everything is kind of where you would expect it to be. Really, from the get-go, it's a very comfortable, easygoing car. Honestly, there's no problems. For a car that's done, you know, almost 250,000 kilometers, it's feeling really good. So credit to the owner. The owner's done a really good job underneath the car, keeping everything up to date, bushes, suspension, all that stuff, so that helps. Now, the Territories are kind of synonymous with being a little bit of a soccer mum car. And that's fair enough, they are a soccer mum car. A lot of people are realizing that the Ghia Turbo are awesome cars. From memory, you don't see too many of them around, and I think people are starting to hang on to these now because they're starting to become sought after, starting to become rare. So I think trying to find one of these is going to get harder and harder as time goes on. So guys, the Territory, it's very practical for many different lifestyles. So if you're living out in the country, it's a great car. If you have a small family, if you have a big family, if you go away camping, it's probably not great for kind of inner city, bumper to bumper kind of peak hour traffic. But once again, that is hard to avoid when you're living in the city or any metro area. Did a couple of test parks with it before, and it's not hard to park, easy to reverse parallel. Obviously, it's got the reverse camera and the sensors, that helps. As far as parts, servicing, it's relatively cheap to maintain. The only thing that's probably a little bit of a downer is the fuel consumption. You know, being a Barra Turbo, the fuel consumption isn't great, and you can tune these cars to kind of run more efficiently, but at the end of the day, it's not going to save you an extra 3 or 4 liters every 100 kilometers. It is a little bit of a trade-off, but once again, if you kind of drive it like a learner driver, the fuel consumption is okay. And Barra will be the word of the day. No doubt I'm going to be saying the word Barra multiple times. I'll try and make a conscious effort to not say Barra all the time. Even the word Barra, it sounds good. Barra. Barra. Oh yeah, Barra. Barra Turbo. Yeah, nah mate, she's Barra. 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 Hey, I forgot to mention, they're obviously great towing cars. You always see Territories towing something. You know, every second or third Territory you see on the road, I'm pretty sure they can tow just over 2 ton. braked, obviously, with a braked trailer. Once again, if you have the lifestyle where you're using a trailer a lot for, you know, running errands, work, the Territory falls in that category. I will get some footage of the car on the outside, just to kind of, you know, get some induction noise, get some exhaust noise, and plus it's really cool to see some footage outside of the car, so I'll tee that up now. Guys, we'll do a quick walk around of the car. You can see the Rows. They look good. I really like Row. I think they're a good brand of wheel, and they, you know, they particularly look pretty good on this Territory. So, yeah, it's the 20x10, it's handling really well. You know, from the outside, the car looks very stock, which is good. The owners upgraded the rotors, you know, slotted rotors on the front and rear. However, it's got the standard calipers, and there's nothing wrong with these brake calipers. They're solid. It's been stopping well all day. There's probably no reason to upgrade the calipers because, you know, they're built for a big car anyway, and they've been stopping really well. So yeah, I'll continue driving it, but as you can see from the first glimpse, looks pretty tough. You know, the black. And that little bonnet scoop, you know, lets people know there's a nice little turbo underneath there. Guys, I've been driving the Territory around for a bit. I think all up, it's a really cool car as a daily. It's once again very practical. You can pump a little bit of money into these and you're going to get some pretty good power gains as well. If the owner didn't tell me, I wouldn't know this thing was pumping out 350 kilowatts. Just kind of cruising it around town, taking it easy, normal daily driving. This feels great. You got to remember the Territories are a safe car. They're a safe bet. There's the area of the diff bushes. You may or may not know that eventually, if you own a Territory, you're going to have to get the diff bushes done. That's a big job. Costs a lot of money to do, but once again, these are the things you got to sacrifice in order to have this type of car. It's part that eventually you're going to have to look at whether you like it or not. But so far, guys, I mean, credit to the owner. He's done a great job taking care of it, building up its power, but also having a comfortable daily. The owner is setting this up for roll racing, and this is the perfect platform for roll racing. You know, four-wheel drive, Barra turbo, you know, being able to pump out a lot of power where it can keep up with a lot of, you know, sports sedans. This would be the perfect car for roll racing and cruisers, power cruisers. But for a daily, something to cruise, maybe take it to a couple of roll races, it's perfect. And on the highway now, the tyres that are on this car, they're a little bit loud. If it would have some different tyres, it would probably feel a lot more comfortable. However, cruising at 110, this car would be absolutely perfect for road trips as well. I think I mentioned it before, the power delivery is really comfortable. It doesn't kind of snap your back. You don't have to put a lot of input in. It's pretty easy going. Honestly, all up, I would definitely consider this car as a daily. Thank you for watching, guys. If there's anything I missed, please let me know. Please hit me up. You know, these road tests, it's just kind of my first raw reaction with driving the car for a few hours. It's good because it gives people an idea of a subjective, raw reaction from the get-go. Take care, and I'll see you on the next review. I'll just give it one more pull. It's good fun. Third gear. Here we go. 3,000 RPM.